Hello, East Aurora Middle School families. Welcome to Open House, the virtual 2020 way. Seems like we see each other more on screens than we do in person. I wish we could be here in person together, but obviously, due to the circumstances, that can't happen. Before we start the presentation, I'd like to thank you for your support, for your patience, your flexibility, the ongoing emails, just supporting your children through this process. We know it's been difficult. Really proud of our students. Their perseverance through this is inspiring. They're working very hard. I'm also proud of you at home for all of the support that you have provided for them, as well as our teachers. Our teachers have put in extra hours. They're working very, very hard and diligently to provide as engaging an experience as possible for students, both in person and working remotely, which is a very difficult task. I feel like every week we improve just a little bit, and that gives me confidence that this is going to be an incredible school year, even as we navigate through these times. In this presentation, you will hear from your child's teachers. They will be able to shed some more light on some of the specifics within their Google Classroom and their classroom that you may have some questions about. We will also going to hear from our PTO president about the importance of the PTO and the support that the PTO provides for our middle school, as well as a message from our East Aurora Educational Foundation, which have been ginormous supporters of the middle school and the district as a whole. So thank you for taking the time to view this open house. We hope you enjoy, and we hope that many of your questions are answered.
Kylie Freed. I'm the East Aurora Middle School PTO president, and I'm also the proud mom of an 8th grader and a junior in the high school this year. I'd like to take just a few minutes tonight to speak to you about the PTO. If you're familiar with the Parkdale PTO or the high school PTO, you'll understand when I say to you that the middle school PTO is a bit more behind the scenes. But we're working just as hard as the others to provide support to the teachers, the staff, the administration, and of course our students. So how do we do that? We do it in a variety of ways. One of those ways is through mini grants. Each year, teachers are able to submit applications to the board for consideration for a mini grant. Previous mini grant awards have included busing for field trips, a speaker from the Buffalo Museum of Science, center-based activities, and the East Aurora Middle School mentoring program, to name a few. We also sponsor the following activities each year. Student of the Month. Mr. Brown has lunch with the students each month, and the PTO provides that lunch. Picture Day. We work with a local photographer, Terry Tomzak, to help provide beautiful pictures of your children. Holiday Cheer. The PTO delivers coffee and sweets to the faculty, staff, crossing guards, and bus drivers. 5th and 6th grade activity night, 7th grade activity night, 8th grade moving up ceremony and celebration, and last but not least, the teacher appreciation luncheon. So how do we do it? With your support. A few years ago, the PTO switched their fundraising to just do an annual membership drive. Instead of selling things like wrapping paper or cookie dough, we ask that each family make a one-time annual donation. We accept donations of any amount. However, we suggest a donation of only $25 per family. How can you do this? There are several ways to help us. You can fill out an online form. You can pay with a credit card using Square or Venmo. You can pay by check or send in cash. You can send it with your child to the school or mail it in. If you're unable to donate money, we also appreciate donations of time. We have online sign-up forms for all the activities I already mentioned. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your support. This year, more than ever, we want to make the school year special for our kids. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact us. Our email address is eamspto@gmail.com. Thank you.
All
All right, welcome parents to our virtual 5th grade open house. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see you face to face this year, but we're gonna do a virtual meeting instead. We just wanted to start off and say what a positive start to the school year we've had so far. September has been a great month for us. All of us are getting used to the new routines and procedures and protocols that we have in place. But I wanted to say what a good start we've been to, and it's been very nice from a teacher's perspective and also the students as well, just being back in school and working with students face to face. What we wanted to do here, the 5th grade team, we had twofold for this video. The first thing we wanted to do was kind of introduce ourselves and then also just give you some information regarding remote learning and also some of our expectations. I am Mr. Downs, and I'm one of the 5th grade math teachers here on the team. And what I wanted to do, I just wanted to talk about really when kids are on a Google Meet or they're receiving live stream instruction from a teacher. One of the things that us as teachers are recommending is that students really find a quiet learning environment at home. And we know for everyone at home that's going to look a little bit different. It could be the dining room, it could be the kitchen table, it could be the bedroom, an office, wherever it may be. But really sit down and talk to your son or daughter about finding a good, quiet location where there are no distractions from siblings, pets, TVs, that they can really have a conducive environment for learning. One of the other things we're also going to recommend as well too at home and at school is that you purchase or have either headphones or earbuds for your son or daughter. These can be really helpful or useful for two things. For one reason, they can helpful for noise canceling when they're at home listening to their meets or watching videos. And then also too, we really recommend that these be kept in their backpack as well. When they bring them to school, I know a lot of teachers will use them for instructional purposes and watching videos as well. So please make sure you invest in some of these and then keep them in your son or daughter's backpack. All right, thank you.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Arndt, Nina Arndt, and I teach English here at the middle school in 5th grade. And one of the things that I wanted to remind you about is to join Remind. It's a very quick, easy way to stay in touch with what your students are doing, what information that they need to know, any announcements that teachers have. To join it, simply text at 6B, 7C, 7B7 to this number, 81010. Most parents have already joined, which is absolutely awesome. Then a couple of other little reminders that we wanted to bring to your attention. Totally remote students, we would really, really appreciate it if they would attend the Wednesday office hours for each of the classes, especially for their core classes, English, math, reading, science, social studies. We just want to make sure that we stay in touch with our students, especially when they're remote and we don't see them physically in front of us on day-by-day times. Another thing is, please, 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 students, if you can have your parents help you to keep all your materials in your backpacks. We're finding that we're having some instances where things are left at either mom's, or they're left at dad's, or they're left at grandma's, things like that. So if you can have your child keep all their materials in their backpacks, it would be a great, great help. We would appreciate it very much. The other thing is, I am a huge, huge proponent of music lessons and extracurricular activities. If your child is going to miss a music lesson, they need to tell their teacher, and then they need to come either back to us for like a study hall or do an extra Google Meet or stay after school with us so that we can catch them up. We don't want them to miss something because they're out for a music lesson or an appointment or anything else like that. Okay.
Hi parents, I'm Lori Sehaki. I teach reading at 5th grade here at the middle school. And my contribution to this video for Open House is how to access PowerSchool, which is the information system, the management system that our district uses to store grades. And right now at the middle school, parents, teachers, and students have access to this. So I made a video tutorial, which will be available on my website, and I will share it with the other teachers. Excuse me, not my website, but on Google Classroom. And you can rewatch it if you need to, but I tried to be as thorough as possible. So I'm just gonna press play and we'll go from there. Hello parents. The purpose of this video is to give you an idea of how to access your students' grades or your child's grades. And it's also a way for students themselves to stay on top of their scores. The grades do not come through Google Classroom. They're actually stored on the portal, and teachers, parents, and students all have access to this portal. How do you get to this page? This is where you go. If you go to eak12.org, you're automatically going to be directed to this ClassLink page, which has many of the apps that the students are using. If you click on the student portal page, you're going to be prompted to log in. And the student's username is going to be their email address for school without the @EAK12 suffix at the end. So for instance, if your child's login is maryjones59 at eak12.org, your child will just put in maryjones59, and they'll leave off the suffix of the @eak12.org. And they'll use their regular name and password. Once they sign in, they're going to come to their page. This page has many different categories. And if you go to the first item called grades and attendance, you will notice that in this area, you will notice your child's schedule, and it tells you what period they have which class. And if you look at the quarter, it will tell you their current average at that particular time and day. So this is current, up-to-date, live scores. So if you were to click on reading, you would notice you have to click on this quarter one, not year one, but quarter one. And what you're going to do is you're going to click on it, and you're going to notice that it brings up the name of the teacher and what their current average is, and it's going to show you the list of assignments by date. Now, what happens is there may be some icons that you will see. For instance, this particular child, on September 23rd, they were supposed to complete an activity on Storyworks, and it has been incomplete. It was worth 8 points, and they didn't get any score for it. Now, you'll notice that this hasn't even been averaged in to their average. There's not been a mark placed in there. There's no zero been given. It's just incomplete. This one is missing and incomplete, which means that first it was missing. When the child was told that it was missing, they still have not completed it. Now, maybe that means that the teacher may have returned something on Google Classroom to them to redo, or they may just have chosen not to do it at all. So that would be an example for reading. If you go back to business and computers, you'll notice currently it's 33%. So if you look at that particular item, you'll notice that this person has 4 different items, and you'll notice that typing 3 assignment is not part of the grade so far, but typing 1 and 2, both of those were zeros out of 10. So that will give you that indication. If you go back to grades and attendance and you go on to social studies, you're going to notice that in this particular item, same thing, there are 2 items that are not completed, but you can see how many out of the total score they received for each of the assignments. And if we go further and take a look at English, same thing. All of the teachers will score out of a certain point value. And last but not least, maybe science, we have another exclamation point, which means it's missing. So students can check not only for their scores, but they can also check what they are missing. And so if you have a question, I would recommend that your child email the teacher, because oftentimes it can probably be answered or clarified with just a quick email. So thank you, and I hope this helps you understand where you can go to take a look with your child at their progress. Thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Sharon Zakrzemski, Mrs. Zach. I teach science here in 5th grade. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about how to know if you're missing any assignments or what your to-do list is on Google Classroom. Your child's Google Classroom page will look like this. There's a to-do list up here that the kids can click on. There's assigned work, there's missing work, and then there's things that have been completed. And the other, this is for all classes, it includes everything. If you go back to classroom, I'm going to go down to my class here. If you go to each specific class, in classwork, there is a view your work tab at the top, and the kids can look at, oops, I looked at the name. What is missing, what is turned in, and if anything was missing, it would be listed over here as missing. These are all turned in, this is assigned, it's probably not due yet. And that should help clear up if things are due or not due, if you're not sure about that.
Hi, I'm Dan Edholm, 5th grade social studies teacher, and there are a few things I wanted to go over with for your students and for you parents to reinforce at home. When it comes to online etiquette, when you're in a Google Meet, we expect you to be on time for your class, so I don't know if you have some access to an alarm clock of sorts where you could set multiple alarm clocks to make sure that you are in class on time, because the first 5 minutes or so is where most of the instruction is taking place. When you do log in, make sure your microphone is off and your camera is on so we can see you. We appreciate if you did not pop in and out of the meet. Please don't go ahead in the assignments before the teacher actually teaches the material. Make sure that any chat in the chat, the message section is a question for the teacher or answering a question. It is not for students to chat back and forth with each other. And please, please, please remove all distractions from your area. We would appreciate it if you didn't have your pets nearby or toys nearby, things like that will distract other students. As far as, well, this could be true for all classes, but for social studies, please have your materials ready for class. Especially for social studies, having your packets ready to go so that we do not have to wait a few minutes for you to pull out a vocabulary packet or pull out a notes packet. You have everything ready to go. And then finally, for social studies, and again, this is true for all classes, if you could please practice submitting assignments through Google Classroom or by email. Use your Chromebook to practice taking photos in good lighting and emailing them or attaching them as you mark assignments complete in Google Classroom. I think everyone just needs a little bit of practice on that, but it's very difficult to receive all the assignments from the children who are learning at home in a timely manner so that we can give kids the feedback they need and assign grades as necessary. Thank you very much for your time.
Hi, I'm Robin Johnson. I teach 5th grade and 6th grade math here at the middle school, and I also work with students who need academic intervention support in 5th and 6th grade as well. I'm going to talk to you about our office hours that all the teachers hold on Wednesdays and how your child can get to those office hour meets when their assigned time is. If your child needs extra help with math or science, our time frame is from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. If they need extra help in social studies, Mr. Edholm is doing his office hours from 10 to 11. And for ELA and for reading, the office hours are from 11 to 12. All your child needs to do is either look at their teacher's Google Classroom, either in the stream or in the classwork tab. And I'm just going to show you real quick. For my class, for example, if you go into classwork tab and you scroll, you have all of your topics listed to the left. So you can either click on office hours or get to it from right here, and then it would give the step-by-step instructions. Each teacher does it a little bit differently, but it does go through the time period in which that teacher has their office hours and that class nickname for that Google Meet. So please have your child, if they need any extra help, Wednesdays is a great time to meet with their teachers during office hours. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mr. Blackwell and welcome to Grade 5 General Music. Behind me is our laboratory where the students and I get to read, write, perform, and create music in a lot of different ways. Right now we're doing some review of rhythms and we'll get to pitches down the road. Eventually, we will have the opportunity to do some projects. We're going to do a pop song project in here where we're going to study the formula that you need to have a hit on the radio. And eventually we're going to do a project where the kids will do a research paper on any artist or band that they want, from the Beatles or Elvis Presley all the way up to Beyonce. And we're going to have to study some of the rules and the techniques that you need to do that type of research project for a musician, and maybe some other surprises along the way. It's a great deal of fun for me to teach your students, and I look forward to this year. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Mr. Frankowski, the new business teacher down here in the high school. So I'd like to talk to you a little bit about 5th grade business. So 5th grade business is a full year course that generally meets every other day. Under our hybrid model, I only see each class one time a week, which has been challenging in terms of communication and the remote learning portion, but we are working through it. The students have been phenomenal, so we are working through that. What the class entails is kind of a mix of all computer skills with a little bit of business worked in there. For example, we have a typing component where students work on not only the form of their typing, but then try to increase speed and accuracy. We will talk a lot about computer basics, which really at the beginning here has been big on Google Classroom and email and those things that students are using every day now in this hybrid model. Ultimately, we will get to other organization features such as Google Drive and different Google components, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, things that they will use not only later on in the middle school, but ultimately up into the high school and afterwards. So our biggest kind of aspect down here in business this year has been, it's almost a liaison for the remote learning for students. So for example, if I know the other 5th grade teachers are implementing a new system or are going to try something that is a little bit different for the students, we might come around down here and play around with it in class or click around on it so the students are a little bit more comfortable, so when they ultimately have to use it at home, there's not that panic that they've never seen it before. So we're kind of jumping a little bit around in our curriculum right now, trying to help the students where we think that they need the most assistance, and any sort of questions that they have, they always come to class with, which has been very helpful. If you've got any questions or any sort of concerns, I am always available via email at mfrankowski@eak12.org. I welcome all questions, all concerns, so I am here to help. So please feel free to reach out, and if any of your students are struggling with the remote learning, have them please come see me. Thank you. Hope you have a great day. Bye.
Hello and welcome to Open House. We are the special education team at East Aurora Middle School. We're going to rotate through each faculty member so that you can see who we are, and we'll go through what we do each day. I am Brad Hornung. I am working at the 6th grade level and the 8th grade level. I have at the 6th grade level a reading class, a science class, and another science class with Mrs. Kroll. At the 8th grade level, I have a resource room, a ELA class, and I'm working with Mr. Weigel in his social studies class. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to any one of us with the information that we provided at the beginning of the year. Next.
Hello, my name is Stacy Cook, and I'm also one of the special education teachers here. I teach 5th and 6th grade, mostly math, some science, and also a resource room, and we're really excited to work with your students this year. Feel free to reach out with any question. That's going to be so huge in this new territory that we are uncovering, so please feel free to reach out by email, and we look forward to working with your child this year.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Winek. I teach 7th grade special ed for all the subject areas except for math. I'm in 6th grade social studies, and I teach a self-contained 5th grade science and a structured study hall. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out anytime. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Hannah Pomeroy. I am the special ed teacher at the 8th grade level. I teach most of the classes. I'm in science, social studies, math, and resource room. And then I also am in 7th grade math. with Mrs. Head. And that's about it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me through my email.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Jollard. I work with the 5th graders, co-taught English with Mrs. Arndt, and with Mrs. Saihaki I do a co-taught reading. I also have a small class, reading, English, and social studies, and I teach a resource. If you need anything or your kids need some help, just get in touch with us and have a great day.
Hi, I'm Ashley Spaltai, formerly Ashley Dagler, so you might see both of those names pop up. I work with 6th grade this year. I am teaching social studies, English, reading, and then I also teach a reading class with Mrs. McDonald and an English class with Miss Vitello. We're really looking forward to working with your children this year. Some of these kids we've worked with before, some are brand new to us, so if you need anything or if there's anything important that we should know about your children, please just reach out, don't hesitate, and we are looking forward to a great year of learning. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to the East Aurora Middle School. My name is Mr. McLaughlin, and I'm one of 2 phys ed teachers here at the East Aurora Middle School. I'd like to remind all of our students to make sure you bring your sneakers on days you are assigned to physical education, and to also complete the fitness record sheets on days you are remote. Let's have a great year. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mr. Blackwell, and welcome to Chorus Class. This is where I get to share something that I love more than anything else in the world, and that's singing and sharing music together as a group. And yes, in this new normal, we are able to sing in a safe environment, and we're able to share music together. In this class, we do a wide variety of songs, whether it's classical music or serious music, all the way up to Broadway songs and songs off the radio. We also explore different genres of music, whether it be jazz or Broadway or 100 things in between, plus a few other surprises. We would still love to have you join Chorus if you are interested. I hope to see you soon, and I hope you have a good year.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for giving us a few minutes of your time today. On behalf of the East Aurora Educational Foundation, we would like to invite you to our annual celebration event. This year, the event will be held via Facebook Live on Thursday, November 19th at 7 o'clock. As always at the event, we honor the recipient of the Dr. James Ford Commitment to Education Award. This year, we are especially pleased to present that award to Rich Clements, the district's former Director of Information Technology. Rich served the district for 22 years. It was his work that enabled every student in East Aurora to have a Chromebook in the fall of 2019. And really, that was just in the nick of time given the circumstances in the spring of 2020. We also promise at this event that there will be some super cute photos and videos of students in East Aurora, most likely some of your children. Our sponsor, Clever Method, has been working hard on the program. Please join us to celebrate Rich's accomplishments and also all of the stakeholders in the district. Remember, Thursday, November 19th, you can get more information at our website, eastaurora.educationalfoundation.org. Hope to see you then.
Hi everyone, it's Mr. Librock, Assistant Principal here at the middle school. I hope you found this video helpful and insightful in looking into how we're approaching learning for the 2021 school year. If any questions come up or if you need to talk to us about anything, please feel free to reach out to your teachers if it's a class-specific question or if it's a general question that our office staff can help or Mr. Brown and I can help with. We are here every day to help you work through the 2021 school year with the new challenges that we're facing, but we also look forward to working with your children in this new endeavor and hope that you have a great rest of the school year.